Hey everyone, this is Somnath Gaudar from Future Coders. Welcome to the part 2 video of building a YouTube clone using just HTML and CSS. In this video, we will be working on adding some responsiveness to the build. If you haven't watched the part 1 video of this build, please make sure you watch that video also. And also don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So let's get started. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna right click and hit on inspect. As you can see, our build is not even responsive at any of the screens, not even in the mobile screen, small screen, medium screen and large screen. So I'm gonna target the mobile large screen, that is 425 pixels, when the maximum width of the screen is 425 pixels. Let's define some new styles for that. And also in the description I will be providing the starting files so that you can download it from there. Now let's head over to our styles.css. At the bottom I'm gonna add some media queries. So when the media max width is 425 pixels, I don't want to display the whole header search field, right? Now I'm gonna target that header search. Let's copy that class name. Over here I'm gonna say display none. Now that's gone. Now also I don't want to display the sidebar. Let's also target that is having the class name. If you remember, I'll say display none. Now that's also gone. And this should be some bug issues, so I'm just gonna cancel this and reopen this again, inspect. Okay, now I don't want to display these three icons. I only want to display the account circle icon, and another one is going to be the search icon. So let's head over to our index.html now. I got rid of this whole header search, so I'm gonna copy this icon and I'm gonna just paste it over here. Now inside of the styles.css I'm gonna target those icons that are header icons that are present inside the header icons, and those are having the class name of material icons. I'm just gonna say display. Now all the icons are gone now. So how am I going to make account circle and that search icon appear again? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a new class name, that is display this, and also to the account circle. Now I'm just going to target that. Those are having a class name display this. I'm just going to say display inline. Let's save and check. As you can see, there are our icons. Now you might have observed that there is some padding and margin issues over here. So let's fix those also. Where we have the video section, I'm just gonna make this 15 pixels to the left and right, and also there is some slight margin right. I'm just gonna split it equally. To the margin left I'm gonna say 5 pixels, and also to the margin right I'm gonna say 5 pixels. That should fix it to align them perfectly in the middle. Okay, now this is responsive with the mobile small screen also, as you can see over here, and also in the mobile medium screens and in the mobile large screens, but not in this tablet. As you can see, it is not responsive. So we need to fix that. We need to add some more media queries. Let's head over to our styles. Now when the maximum width is, that is 768 pixels, let's add another media queries over here, that is media, and the max width is, that is 768 pixels. And also I don't want to display the whole header search, so I'm just gonna target that. display none, and also I don't want to display that sidebar. Let's also remove that. Now those are gone. As you can see, it looks a little bit better, right? But it would be better if we add some functionality to it. So when I click on this menu icon, it actually opens up a menu, right? We're not gonna go deep into that JavaScript right now. I'm just gonna make a simple menu. Okay. Now for that we need to make a a JavaScript file. I'm just gonna create a new JavaScript file named index.js. Okay. Also, don't forget to link that file over here. As you can see, it's already linked. Let it be there. Okay, now inside of our JavaScript files, so when I click on this menu icon, it should open up the sidebar, right? So I'm inside of a variable, I'm gonna store that menu. Here I'm gonna say const menu. For that I need to define some IDs over here so that I can select it from over here. Let's define an ID of menu so that I can select that inside of our JavaScript file. I'm gonna say document dot query selector. I'm gonna target that ID. Now this variable actually has this menu icon. Now we need to also target the sidebar. We need to also bring it into our JavaScript. So I'm just gonna create another variable sidebar. It's going to contain the sidebar, that is document dot query selector. We know that it is having a class name of sidebar, so I'm just gonna target that. So now when I click on this menu icon, it should open up the sidebar. For that, let's add an event listener for that is click event listener. For the menu, when the menu is clicked, and that is add event listener, listen for the click, and we are gonna define a function. Inside of the function, when the menu is clicked, we want the sidebar to display. So I'm gonna say sidebar dot, we are gonna define a new class. We have not yet defined it in our styles.css, but let's add it first in the JavaScript file. I'm gonna say class list and toggle that class name, that is show sidebar. Don't worry, we will be defining this class in a bit. Now let's head over to our styles.css to define that class. Right now, when I click on this menu again, nothing happens, right? Okay. For that, we need to define some styles. So when the show sidebar is actually over here, I'm gonna say display inline. Let's see if this works now. When I click on this, as you can see, it is displaying the sidebar, right? And it's looking nice. In the mobile screen also, it is looking not nice, right? Okay, now let's head over to our styles.css. Over here, okay, it looks nice in the tablet, but not nice. Okay, I'm gonna make it position of fixed so that it floats in the, I'm gonna say position fixed, and it should be at the top, leaving 4.4 rem, and the height is going to be auto. Now when I click on it, as you can see, it looks a little bit nice, right? Okay, let's leave it like that. Let's also check in the mobile small screen. As you can see, it's looking pretty nice, right? That's great. Now let's also check for another screen sizes, so it should be responsive. When I switch to laptop and make it a little bit smaller, as you can see, it is not looking nice, right? That's what I refer. It is not looking nice. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna find the point where it messes things up. That should be around, I think, okay, that should be 928, at the 928. So I'm just going to target that. Let's add some media queries over here. At media, and the max width is, that is 928 pixels. We just found that. When the max width is 928 pixels, I'm just going to reduce the size of that header, the size of that, what do you say that over here, that is search. That's very long, right? So I'm just going to reduce the size of that, that is width. I'm just going to target that header search, and that input, I'm going to reduce the width to 300 pixels. As you can see, that actually fixed the issue. We now don't have any issues, and it's responsive. Our YouTube clone is actually responsive now by only adding this much of code. That's not much, but it has made a quite effective on our build. That's it guys for this video. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys now know how the media queries actually work. We have made our YouTube clone responsive now. Hope you guys enjoyed building this YouTube clone. And also don't forget to leave a like on this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.